goo ended up through a dice roll of history. That's it. You're playing out your string, and then you get to entertain yourself while you're doing it, and that's what politics is.
Speaking of a narrative in an empty life, are we ready for Truth Point?
Yes, let's get Truth Point on.
Let's get some Truth Point.
All right. You got your headphones on. Truth Point, are you patched in?
I don't know.
No?
I think so.
yeah, we got him.
There he goes.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We can hear you.
Can you see us?
Yes, we can see you.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yeah.
You look great.
You guys look beautiful.
How's that election there going?
Oh, it's going great.
It's going great.
There's no news down here. It's really fucked.
Where are you?
We are between realms.
Yeah, I killed myself. I'm in hell now.
Okay, spoilers. You do go to hell if you kill yourself.
This guy up here died of starvation. He got the golden ticket.
If you die of starvation, that's pious. You know,
Yeah,
right.
That's the material world, you're transcending it.
Mm-hmm.
You kill yourself, no such luck.
That's how Gandhi died.
Gandhi killed himself?
No, he starved to death. That's why he's in heaven.
But Derek, did you starved to death? But you weren't trying to starve. You weren't like Bobby Sands or anything. This was just an accident, right?
It doesn't matter. You get in either way.
You just didn't have an okay.
The thing about it.
Apparently, yeah. I mean,
That's
Larry
like if you
King.
accidentally kill yourself, you still go to hell.
Larry King told me to kill myself, so it was kind of an accident.
I just want to comment on this really quickly. If you on MSNBC, when they show the remaining vote tally, like where the outstanding votes are, there's just a black hole to indicate where those votes are. Just a black, perfectly black circle.
Well, did you guys encounter a perfectly black circle as your souls transitioned into the afterlife? Is that sort of what death?
Of the nation. You know, so goes the asshole of the nation. So goes the nation. So you got to count the votes before they get sucked in.
Dril, do you have any analysis you can give us here? I mean, that's why they brought us on the show. So, your perspective maybe from
the Devil's Kingdom, but I did get some analysis. I'm looking at the bumpkin states, the shithead states. They're very good right now. Polling very high, lots of votes. Get the vote out.
You know what they say? Votes is money.
Yep.
This is a huge year for shy males. Shy numbers in the United States.
That's correct. The toilet paper shorted back in March. You got the diarrhea voters that said, no, we don't like that. Trump fell off his ivory tower.
So yeah, no,
ivory tower because he's like such a collegiate guy.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Or in this case, it's a porcelain tower for the diarrhea voters.
Jeez.
But Derek, I want to talk about the shy guy vote. So it's like this is sort of a strange election year because of COVID, and there's been this massive amount of mail-in ballots and early voting ballots, and you're saying that like this is leading to a huge surge in shy guy voting who would normally.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
These guys wouldn't go out of the house normally, but they're making it down to the post office or leaving. You know, you can do that thing where you like put the little flag up or whatever the fuck.
Well, you can put your ballot in a secure safe that are on the streets, but the chances that you'll have to talk to someone are vanishingly small.
Yeah. No, I don't know how that shit with the mailbox works, where you can actually get the mailman to pick up your mail. If anybody in the chat knows,
they got the votes now where you can just put a little disc on your table at like a steakhouse.
That's a real question here. I'm not being ironic. Like, what if you put the red thing up? They really pick up your mail? That's like how it works.
No, yeah. They give you the steaks and you get to pick the steaks.
I've never used that.
I have a question for Dril or Derek. You guys can answer this. What are we seeing from voters who use an outhouse as opposed to a traditional bathroom?
These are the more rugged voters.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more turds than piss. They're really, they're trying not to piss so much.
You know, you think shooting in an outhouse would be more messy, but the fact is, lower chance of splashback because you got such a big drop.
It's a huge drop, right?
Yeah, so you'd say that they're bearish on piss.
Yeah.
Bearish, yes.
The thing.
Big number 2.
Okay.
The flip side of that is, though, you know, if you do get splashback in an outhouse, it's way worse.
The piss is it's like somehow going into their digestive system and coming out of poop instead of pee.
That's a big problem they're facing, and we don't know how they're going to respond tonight.
But I mean, we're seeing some results coming from some crucial states. But then, of course, there's always the matter of like, you know, we're still waiting for certain counties to come in, and in these outhouse counties, there's always a chance that someone has slipped into the outhouse and not been able to deliver their vote. So there's a good amount of votes that could still be stuck in outhouses right now, and just sort of like a.
It's these guys with like the big woolly puffball hats and the little candle they're holding, you know, walking outside to take a shit.
Yeah, their votes are not being counted systematically. They're being undercounted.
The puffball vote is not being counted right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
They used to be able to unbutton the back of their pajamas and take a shit down.
You know, to this day, the Constitution says that a jug band is only worth 3/5 of a regular band. To this day.
I mean, there is. You mentioned the long john underwear with the ass flap. We are getting reports of people who went out to vote wearing that outfit, and the ass flap came undone, and then they were comically hit in the ass with like an I-beam or a bird or something, and they sort of ran around with their knees going up very high and going, "Youch."
You know, we've all seen those videos, but a lot of those actually come from the Philippines, and people.
Those are deep fakes. They're faking those. They're making ass.
I mean,
those are a couple of years old. We saw those on Live Leaks.
The dastard Russian shows his hand again.
Well, I mean, there's also there's been some early reports of sort of perhaps voter intimidation at the polls, and then, you know, people are showing up with their ass flap undone and being denied access to the polling place by a dancing skeleton.
I mean, the ass flap, that's intimidating plenty of voters on its own. I mean, people see the ass and they go right home. They don't want anything to do with
it. Derek and Dril, though, let me ask you guys. You guys are sort of demographic experts. You know, you know about the different types of American voters here, and there's a couple of crucial states tonight that everyone's looking at.
Some people call them types of guy.
Found a guy.
So, I mean, it's looking like Pennsylvania. It's looking like the Pennsylvania type of guy.
Yeah.
Whether they are shy,
is key protagonist. Of
whether
the
they
night.
are shy guys or whether they are guys who have filled their britches with feces.
Ben Franklin.
The Pennsylvania guy could be the crucial factor in tonight's election. I'm wondering if you guys have any insight into the state of Pennsylvania.
Man, you know, Pennsylvania is like, when you think of it, you always think of like, what I think about is Pennsylvania, officially the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, is a state founded by William Penn. The Appalachian Mountains run through its middle. The Commonwealth is bordered by Delaware to the southeast, Maryland to the south, West Virginia to the southwest, Ohio to the west, Lake Erie and the Canadian province of Ontario to the northwest, New York to the north, and New Jersey to the east. It's the 33rd largest state by area and the 5th most populous state according to the most recent official U.S. Census count 2010. And that's the kind of shit you're going to see at the polls.
Oh, God.
Well, okay, here's another wild card state for you guys. One that could really shake things up tonight is Arizona. A lot of people are thinking Arizona gets in the Biden column, then the math changes. We're looking at a whole different kind of math here. So, you know, what do you got? What about Arizona? It's a desert state. It's sort of desert.
Well, you need to bring back Sheriff Joe and, you know, execute some like kindergartners or something.
Well, Dril,
by the way, Dril, we have a report. We have reports coming in from Texas that they have just executed 30,000 voters in the Houston County. So that could,
well,
I don't know.
Trust their decision. You know, this election is basically the O.J. Simpson trial on crack. It's going nuts right out there. I don't know if you've seen on the news, they've been overturning buses. They've been throwing shopping carts at the Statue of Liberty's head.
But much like the O.J. Simpson trial, we think the correct result will be reached.
that's right.
Well, we can only hope.
Dril, you were saying there's a big smoker vote in Arizona. Was that
The
right?
smoker vote. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they love pleasure. They love that feeling of that smoke. It feels good to them. And that's going to affect their vote.
Arizonans are voting more than ever because this year smoking in restaurants is back on the ballot.
That's true.
They're all gonna turn up and they're gonna legalize smoking in restaurants again. And
It's about time.
we have videos of Joe Biden smoking cigs,
Blasting them even.
and we don't think these are fake videos. By the way, these have
No,
been
they're real.
authenticated as far back as the '80s. We do not have any footage of Donald Trump smoking cigarettes.
That's
It'll be really
interesting.
That's true.
I don't think he ever has.
how this
No.
plays out.
Hits the shit.
Interesting. Food for thought.
And that's it. And that's all
Well,
I have to say.
that's a lot of very helpful information.
Yeah, no,
I do have something to say about Cubans, which you know,
Go off, King.
I didn't think they were gonna vote for Trump because, like, you know, I thought they were gonna vote for the president of Cuba. This guy Miguel Mario Diaz-Canel Bermudez. You know anybody? What the fuck is?
No, the president of Cuba.
Yeah, they got their own guy.
Whole another country.
Why are they voting in our shit? They got their own guy.
Voting for Trump? It doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah.
I mean, some might call that foreign interference in the election, but apparently Cubans are just allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
well, like-
I will say though, Cubans, they do love smoking too.
yeah.
There's a big smoking
they're
vote
people
there.
of pleasure.
I would say that 72% of the stars of cigar smoking fetish videos are Cuban.
Oh, yeah.
Cubans make
You
these.
got guys who are smoking with their nose now. You got the guys sticking the cigars up their noses and like having four cigs going at once.
Now that's a smoker.
Well, I got a shout out to Chapo FYM King Tom Online, who has pledged to smoke one cigarette for everyone who votes for Joe Biden, and I would like to actually join him right now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's looking pretty grim right out here. So I'm just saying, I'm committing. For anyone out there who is, in the western states who has yet to vote for Joe Biden, I will smoke a cigarette for every vote cast for Joe Biden.
What? Why would you?
At the
no.
same time.
And there are 0 votes counted in the western United States. I don't think these guys even fucking voted. It'll be really
They're
interesting.
lost.
That's so embarrassing.
President that we don't like, I'm going to say it's these guys' fault. They didn't even vote.
Oh, yeah. It's very weird out there. A lot of weird shit going on.
That is humiliating that everyone forgot. I mean, I just don't know. How do you move on from that?
I mean, how can you?
They're just not going to be able to have an opinion the next 4 years, is what I do.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's too much time spent on websites such as TikTok and Instagram, frankly. Takes time away from learning about the issues of the day.
LA, you wonder why housing is so bad. They're all living in fucking TikTok houses. Come on.
They did not look at the Oreo Twitter feed, which reminded them to vote, which reminded us all to vote. They ignored that blatantly, and they said, you know what? I'm just not going to follow Oreo. I'm not going to pay attention to Oreo or Nabisco or any Nabisco product, even Cheez It, what have you. Cheese Nips.
After all,
That's a
after all
huge
that
commitment.
Nabisco did for them, they're not going to listen to them one time.
No.
You look at the Steakums feed, and Steakums
Oh, I love doing that.
very
Oh, yeah.
vocal on issues like depression and whatnot. But
Water
when it
drinking.
comes to the election, they've been strangely silent. They're not running in their local elections.
You're right. I actually, if Trump does
powerful
win,
figure.
I'm going to blame Steakums. It's their fault for not engaging more
Well,
in the brand.
I mean, that
space.
account, it cures the same amount of depression that it causes. So,
I mean, I was not aware of mental health before Steakums.
No,
and-
Steakums really blew my mind. On that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Steakums made me depressed.
Yeah, it made me know, oh, that's what I am, depressed. Thanks, Steakums.
And then I read some of those tweets, and they're kind of like Johnny Sun tweets, which also make me smile.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
little, character with the fucked up head or whatever.
Yep.
I was looking
He
at the
said, you know
Bagel
what?
Bites
Now I'm
feed.
happy.
Yep.
The Bagel Bites feed, they said, this is America. We are above fighting each other. We are above talking shit about each other and posting our penises. I think, yes.
That's a great point.
Hunter Biden did not post his penis. That was actually
That was a psyop, yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, even if he sent that to his friend, that's different.
Yeah. You've all been there.
Yeah, we've all done that.
Donald Trump Jr. has a pretty skinny penis.
Yeah.
compared to Hunter Biden's kind of girthy penis, which can, he was stacking those M&Ms long ways, but he could have stacked 3 across.
If
before
erect.
you guys go, I mean, I should take advantage of the fact that you were beyond this veil of tears in the afterlife right now, and I'm just wondering how the kingdom of God and the kingdom of Satan himself is viewing this election. I mean, are there watch parties going on? I mean, like a drill. I mean, like who's hanging out in hell watching this election right now? Hitler?
I mean, we got our own election between like Stan Chair and like the Michelin. We got our own to worry about,
Derek, what are the politics of heaven consumed with at the moment?
It's a dictatorship.
As things should be here on Earth.
Yeah, a dictatorship of pleasure.
It's wonderful.
Hail
It's very nice. I like that brick layout you got behind you there.
Yeah, there's a lot of exposed brick up there.
We're all put into small, brick prisons.
Ooh.
But don't worry, we're all having a great time.
Oh, that's good.
And Derek, do you get to hang out with your pets from childhood in heaven?
No, they're in hell.
Are there steakums?
I've been hunting them and eating them.
Are there steakums in heaven?
It's only steakums.
Oh, I knew it.
But God has a Twitter account. He's tweeting all day. He sees the Steakums tweets, and he really bought into it.
He's boosted them.
He signal boosts those.
Yeah, every day God is up here saying, I wish I could do something about Earth, but all he can do is tweet.
Well, that's all we can do.
Yep.
That's all any of us can do is tweet. And Derek and Dril, I hope to see you guys soon.
Yes.
When I die, which one of you I'll get to hang out with, I don't know.
Let's roll those dice.
But that's the whole point of life.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
that's why you gotta vote.
Yep.
You gotta get the vote out. I want to go to heaven.
All right, Derek and Dril from TruthPoint.
Thank you guys so much.
for hanging
Thank
out.
you,
very much.
gentlemen.
Talk to you guys later.
Love you guys.
Take care.
All right, should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a few minute break.